Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of
Wine and Spirits! Yay! So, we have a really cool thing happening tonight. We're talking about true crime! And so last episode, we had talked about a wine that we had tried during our steampunk party. In our steampunk episode, is what I meant to say.
Both.
We decided to whip it out again, just so everybody could see it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do that. I can't really pronounce it, so I'm not going to.
It's like Susu Manello Regal de Barrio.
But it is the smoothest wine. It's delicious. This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So Trader Joe's is the one who sells this, and they are running out, and they don't know when they're going to be able to get it back. $10 a bottle. I went and bought like 10.
And this is the one that we're talking about. Like I bought 4, she bought like 10. So and now that I know that they're not going to restock, I'm going to go and buy some more because it's almost as good as the Lazio that I talked about in my winery tour type thing.
Don't let her fool you.
I mean, I hadn't tasted a wine here from Italy that was as good as that one that I actually brought back.
Okay. It's not as good, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I hadn't tasted one as good, and this is very, very, very close. It's almost as good. So I like it.
Cheers, bitch.
Cheers.
Oh, that's still ringing. It is the smoothest fucking wine. I love it.
So good.
Right?
Initial taste, aftertaste, everything's good. Nothing.
So good.
Nothing's bad, and it smells delicious.
So we had a party not too long ago, and I whipped this out for a couple people who are wine drinkers, but they're not big drinkers like us. I was like, I have a wine for you. They sipped it, and they were like, this is so good.
Yeah.
So, and I was at Trader Joe's when I was stocking up again, and I was walking up to the counter, and I had like 2 in my hand for the first time. I've been there a couple times since. So I walk up with 2 bottles, and then these 2 ladies checking out were like, what is that? And I'm like, my favorite wine. It's so good, so smooth, delicious. And they're like, I would like to try that. So I handed my bottles of wine to each of them. I was like, don't, you take those, I'll go get some more. Did it again. Other people asked. I should just get a job at Trader Joe's.
Right?
I'm not really sure. I sold about 8 bottles of wine to other people that day. Not including
funny. What you got?
the lot I did, but it is worth it. Go check it
hilarious.
Out. Delicious.
Yes,
but
it's very good. Get it while supplies last. I mean, I couldn't find it at the Bloomington Trader Joe's, but
it is at the Woodbury.
Woodbury one has it, so go there.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yay.
Get it.
All right, so today, for our true crime, I'm going to tell you guys something. Hi, Van.
What's up? Hi.
So we have a story that
I don't have any food
a
for you.
missing woman who was living in Okinawa, Japan when me and my family were. She went missing. So when we moved to Japan in April of 2011, October 2011, there was an Air Force wife named Kelli Cribb Abad. So she ended up going missing late October. I think, so she went missing. It was really weird. Like the whole thing was just super sketchy. Husband no interviews, nothing. Refused to talk to people. So the night of October 25th, Kelli had talked to her mom through Skype. And Kelli told her mom, hey, we just got, we're getting transferred to another post. So they were either looking at going to Germany or Alaska. And October 25th, she told her mom this, and she was really excited. Like, she seemed happy about it. Mm-hmm. Nothing was off. Nothing was weird. October 26th happens. Apparently, her and her husband got in a fight right? They started arguing over the phone. They went to a 7 o'clock church service that night. They drove separate. She had her kids with her. They both went. After the service, she came home, came on base. And when you go on military bases, especially where we were stationed in Okie, they check your ID. They scan, they know when you're on and off that base, right?
Right.
So she gets on base at like 8:30, 8 something, puts her kids to bed, and then apparently leaves. Her kids are 1 and like 4 or 5 at the time. Her husband's not home. So she leaves. They saw her car leave base. Yes.
They saw her car leave base, and they actually see her physically in it.
I actually do not know that. Okay. So her husband gets on base. He stayed back to talk to the pastor. Right? So he claimed he didn't get home until like 9:30 or something, or 10. I can't remember the exact times. But he came back and he said he was talking to the pastor, and that's why he was late. He noticed she was gone, car was gone, everything was gone.
Right.
And I should note that everybody, all her friends, family, everybody who knew her there said she wouldn't even let her kids play outside alone. So to put her kids to bed at night at 1 and like 5 years old and just leave was they're kind of like, wait, what?
Yep.
No. So he said she was missing, left, and they had fought earlier that day. So the next day goes by. Kelli is still nowhere to be found. Nobody knows where she is. Husband calls Kelli's mom, lets her know that she's missing. She left. On October, I think it was 29th, they found her car at a place called Cape Zampa, which is known as a suicide place. So they found her car. This is where it gets a little weird too. They found her car there. No fingerprints, no footprints, anything around it. And if you know that area, like that, really?
Right.
No. So they found it at like 4:20 in the morning. And they also found a note that like said, love my hubby, love my family, love my kids, which was really weird. And somebody else said that they were trying, like the Japanese government was running their own investigation.
Right.
If you know anything, they do not follow through. It is not great.
I just saw a movie on that.
It's not good. So they still have no idea about because they were comparing that note to like her husband's
handwriting. Yep.
Still, the mom is still looking for answers.
So to this day, it's not resolved.
No, and Cape Zampa, like it's cliffs, like it is scary. So Bill and I drove up there one day for a day date, and the waves, like the cliffs are insane. If she were to jump off of there, I'm sorry, they would have found something. They found absolutely nothing. They had divers go in there. They had search and rescue people go look. They have found no trace of her body. Like, she is gone. And I don't think her story has gotten nearly enough attention. And this happened in 2011.
That's scary.
Her husband also remarried in 2014. Refused to talk, do any public speaking, refused to talk to the press, any of that. Refused.
So what I feel is everything was staged. He already knew someone was going to abduct her, do something to her at that time when she went home.
Like maybe he paid her or paid them.
Paid
something.
them. And his alibi was he was still at church. He stayed after for that reason because he already knew something was going to happen. Someone probably snatched her, drove her car. Because nowhere in the articles it say that no one saw them.
It was just her car. leaving
no
base.
no one saw actually her leaving the base. And I'm sorry, no mother would leave their children that young, 1 and 5, would leave them without messaging their husband, messaging their sibling, parent, whatever, to say why they were leaving, and to write a note that says, I love my hubby, I love my family, I love my kids. Like, why are you separating it? That makes no sense. That sounds crazy. It's weird. You would say, I love my family, not make everything separate.
Yeah.
Family is your kids and your hubby.
It was weird, the whole thing. And this happened when we were still new to the island. But I remember it happening, and the island's so small. The community is small. Like us wives there, we didn't have anybody. So we got really attached to the other wives in the community, right? Like you're attached because your husband's working
all the time.
Or wife, long hours, right? So that was kind of like, oh, she can just go missing like that in like nothing.
No, that was planned. And what's really sad about it is the fact that, not that he can't move on, but the fact that he remarried it and didn't want to talk about it. Most people...
Oh, I'd be hanging up posts. I would be like...
If someone lost someone, they would be devastated. They would want to talk about it. And they'd be searching nonstop.
Yep.
It's just...
The whole thing was weird. And the fact that they fought that night...
Right. That's what I was going to say. I'd be questioning why they fought and the details of that.
But it's kind of like a perfect storm, right? They were in a foreign country, in a country where, like, they don't...
They're investigate not really stuff.
Great with investigations. And then you have the military police, who also only have jurisdiction on base. So... I mean, if you were going to get rid of somebody, I mean... I don't know.
One, maybe they did dump the body, and because the tide was so strong, it pulled it out. Or two, they made it look like it was a suicide, and they dumped the body somewhere else.
And her husband did go on to say, not in an interview, because he refused to do those. He refused, but he did say in something to the cops, that is known as a suicide point in Okinawa.
So
how convenient is that?
So he was already trying to set it up like she committed suicide.
That's how it seemed to me. But her name is Kelli Cribbs Abad, and I think it would be, people should just look into her case because it did not get the attention it deserved.
I mean, that kind of sounds similar to, I think it was the Stacy Peterson case. Same thing, where the husband put on this whole show, except his was different. He actually put on a whole show for the media. He was visibly crying, saying, we just want to bring her home. And it turned out that because he met another woman, he wanted to be with this other woman. He actually murdered her. This made me angry, though, murdered her and the kids.
God, I know.
And I think either buried them by a water tower or...
Well, no, that was...
Or was it? Is that someone else? I don't remember the name.
That was,
well, Stacey Pearson was another one, but maybe I'm thinking of,
I'm having a brain fart. This was somebody, because that one happened in Colorado, and he murdered his 2 daughters, along with, Shanae, oh my God, what's her name?
I don't remember.
It was not... Because there's a documentary on that on Netflix too. Oh my God, and watching their texts and all the videos. Shanae, the Watts family.
Yeah. So that was that one.
What was his name?
It was Chris Watts.
Chris Watts. That was the one.
What was the one?
Yeah, because he was dating somebody, ended up killing both his daughters. How can... I don't understand.
And his wife was pregnant at the time. Yeah. That one, the Watts one.
I suggest watching that documentary on Netflix too. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some of these... Oh, Drew Peterson, that's what I was thinking of.
But I think like with the whole Watts situation though, he got caught. He is serving time. You know what I mean? But things like the Kelli case, like, it was kind of left out to dry.
The one that I was talking about was Drew Peterson, and he was found guilty in 2012 because he murdered Kathleen Savio after their divorce. Stacey Ann Peterson. Okay, she's the one who disappeared.
Yeah.
So Stacey Ann disappeared. That's the one where he was on camera crying, like, well, just bring her home, blah, blah, blah. But he actually murdered her.
I think Chris Watts was doing the same shit.
And buried her by, like, a water tower or something.
Sociopaths right there.
No. And how crazy is that? He went through the whole charade of, we're looking for her. If anyone has any questions, please reach out. All that stuff.
So crazy.
But that's what I feel like is going on with him. But the difference is he didn't want to talk to the media, probably because he would have been
found guilty of something.
Seen as a liar, right. And wouldn't have been able to keep the story up.
I know most people that I know, military wives too, like when we were out there, we're like, the husband did it. Husband. Why are they looking? He wasn't even sad.
That's
like, what the fuck?
That should be a sign right there. Even, I mean, if something's going downhill, even if you have a fight, if you really love someone and they are missing, you don't know what happened to them, you're sad. You're scared.
Oh my God, I'd be a hot mess.
You're trying to comfort your kids. You don't know what's going on.
Yep.
But the fact that he was like, oh, I was at church and blah, blah, blah. It seems staged, like he set the whole thing up.
Like,
he
hey, I have an alibi. Hold on, I have one. This is where I was.
He probably hired someone, and that's the thing that sucks about it, because it's going to take a lot for them to prove that. Especially because there was no fingerprints in the car.
And no shoe prints. Walking, really? But no, it's fine. She probably just killed herself, I'm sure.
It sucks. Those true crime.
But you should look into it, because there's like no detail, no clues. And it's like dead ends after dead ends. And her poor mom, so I'm part of her Facebook group, because I joined it like after all this was happening. And her mom still is doing everything she can to find her daughter.
Right, because you can't find closure until you know for sure. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, and I hate to say it because it's morbid, unfortunately she is dead. But until he comes forward and says where her body is, they're not going to have any closure. They're going to keep looking. Mm-hmm. And he knows. He knows what happened. He's just not saying anything. Yep. And that's what sucks about it. I watched a movie, and it sucks because I cannot remember what it was. It was about, maybe you guys out there might know what I'm talking about. It was about two best friends. They went on a vacation overseas to get away kind of from their jobs and everything and to relax. One of the best friends wasn't, the party type girl. She didn't really want to drink that much. She went back early to their hostel is where they were staying. And the other one kind of stayed, was drinking, was flirty with this one random guy, and she ended up disappearing. She didn't come back.
What was this called?
I'm going to have to look it up. Okay. I'll put it in the description. I'll look it up. By the time we post this, I'll put it in the description. But it was a very good movie. So the girl finally does come back. She said, you need to be careful with this guy. We're in a foreign country, They decided they were going to go on a bike ride, and they got in an argument, and she decided she wanted to push on and go to this place that they said don't go to, because I don't know if it's like drug related or whatever.
Sounds familiar.
The other girl decided to stay at the beach, and someone abducted her.
Oh, the Natalie Holloway. Is that?
I don't remember.
That sounds like Natalie Holloway
I don't know.
Case.
All I know is...
Were they in Aruba?
I don't remember.
Oh, God damn it,
the police... I know, I'm bad. The police did not want to do anything. They didn't want to investigate. It might be that.
That was the other one I was thinking of. But I can't read that from here because I'm blind. Sorry. But I saw her face. Yeah, The Weekend Away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Croatia.
Ooh. That wasn't the diving one, was it? Mm-mm. So there was another one.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't know.
You can't note, then you can't talk about it. Not till next time.
Okay, I'll wait until next time. There's a diving one, too. Yes. Okay, I'll wait on that one. Because that was another one that was like, but this one was a little bit better because it was solved because there was witnesses to see stuff of this certain person not helping and trying to make this person drown.
I remember that. That was that married couple.
Yep.
They were on their honeymoon in Australia.
Yep.
And, getting rid of your fucking newlywed wife?
Trying to. Didn't work.
Damn.
Didn't work.
That is fucking crazy.
But yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more on another.
Yeah, we need to because that
true
was
crime.
That was. I watched that and I was like, "All right, is this fucking for
Me
real?"
too. I'm like, damn, you're newlyweds and already
You're just
honeymoon period is over, I guess.
I guess.
But anyway.
Hold on. Nope.
Yeah.
So.
We're doing another one because
it's a wine tasting, guys.
Yeah. This is
this one. And it is a 2016. I actually have no idea how this got in my house. I don't remember.
She bought it, but she doesn't remember buying it.
I bought it and I have no idea when.
See that?
So.
Pego Lancenia.
Say that louder.
Pego Lancenia. It sounds like Wingardium Leviosa.
That's what I thought too.
So this is another one.
It's from Spain.
I was just going to say, it does sound like a Spanish wine. So.
2016, though. Hopefully it's pretty good.
Ooh.
I don't know how.
It smells really good.
I don't remember buying it.
I don't know where you bought it, but it smells very good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Smells fruity.
Hints
of blackberry and cherry.
It actually does taste like that.
Does it?
Yeah, go ahead. With like a smoky chocolate undertone.
Oh my God.
If you're going to rate it, what would you rate it?
So I rate this a 11, okay?
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
11 out of 10. That's how
11.
good that is.
This would be an 8.5 for me. Because it's a little too fruity for me.
I agree.
Normally, but it's still really good. It's really smooth. Let's see if it... Oh, black. Yeah. It tastes of red and black fruits, licorice, and dark chocolate. Mm-hmm. That's exactly.
Ooh, I said chocolate.
That's actually exactly what it
Undertones.
tastes like. So, I mean, it's good. I couldn't tell you where I got it or how much it was, but it's good.
It's very good.
Probably Trader Joe's, if I'm willing to guess. That's where I buy 99.
They have a lot of good wines. I'm starting to gather.
They do. Trader Joe's is where it's at. Mm. Did you have a true crime one that you were going to talk about?
No, it was
Should
just
we save it?
Yeah, let's save that one. I did, but I'm going to save it.
All right, let's do it.
Tito water. Scuba diving. Yeah, that's... I'm not going to say anything else, but that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
We will probably
talk about more true crime next episode because all these things are flooding into our minds and we have to make a list.
Right. And a lot of them are similar, but we don't want to cover all of them.
Or overlap and make it confusing. So we'll do it next time.
We're going to save it for next time because we got more to talk about, more content to bring you. And then also, after the true crime episode, we are going to dive more into the paranormal of our history. I'm going to move on from my childhood home to college.
Ooh.
I got some stuff for college. And also...
While you were going to college, I was doing beer bongs. That was great.
Well, we'll talk about that,
Not
too.
going to college.
What?
No, it's
But no, we're going to talk about that because, it's kind of like a 4-part phase. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, personal experiences, and I don't want to...
I'm excited to hear it.
I don't want to do it all in one episode. I want to kind of break it up, kind of let you guys soak it in. So, again, if you like the content that you're seeing...
Like and share, guys.
Yeah. And subscribe.
And that.
And go ahead and hit that notification button.
I don't know what that means, but
Notification
I agree.
means that you will be alerted to any of our new content that we have.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that on YouTube? Okay.
On YouTube. So then you'll know when we have a new episode, and then you can come and watch.
Definitely do that.
Do it.
Also, look at the legs on this 2016.
Right? Another great episode.
We'll see you on the other side, bitches.
Right.